You're picturing it, right? Paris. You're sipping an espresso at a charming cafe. A light breeze rustles the trees along the Seine. Now picture the bill for that coffee hitting your table and realizing it costs more than your lunch back home, and the waiter is looking at you like you just insulted his mother. Welcome to the real Paris. Before you can even get that overpriced coffee, you have to survive the administration. Getting a visa here isn't a process. It's a full-on psychological endurance test. You'll need proof of residence to open a bank account, but you'll need a bank account to get a residence. It's a perfect paper-filled circle of despair. Locals manage by keeping meticulous files with copies of every document they've ever received because they know that a missing utility bill from 3 years ago can derail their entire life for a month. You think you're moving to the city of love. No, you're moving to the city of photocopies and government-stamped forms. And let's talk about that bank account once you finally get it. In Paris, you pay for the privilege of letting a bank hold your money. Expect monthly fees of up to $10 just to have an account. Want a debit card? That'll be another $50 a year, please. And international transfers? They come with fees so steep, you'll consider sending cash by carrier pigeon. This is all happening while you're trying to afford your apartment. That charming one-bedroom in the city center will run you over $1,300 a month. A simple meal at an inexpensive restaurant? $17 easy. You quickly learn that the most beautiful view in Paris is the one from your tiny apartment window because going outside is an exercise in watching your bank balance plummet. So you're broke, but you want to make friends to complain with. Good luck. Parisians aren't just rude, they're precise. Forgetting to say bonjour when you walk into a shop isn't a minor slip-up, it's a declaration of war. You are now invisible, possibly subhuman. Social circles are tight. Forged in schools and universities decades ago, breaking in feels impossible. You'll meet people, have great conversations, and think you've made a connection, and then never hear from them again. The city is transient, but the friendships are not. It's a city of millions that can feel incredibly lonely, where everyone is polite, but almost nobody is your friend. If the bureaucracy and social isolation don't get you, the daily grind will. The city's favorite hobby is going on strike. One day the metro works, the next it doesn't, and your commute becomes a 2-hour battle royale. And on that sardine-packed replacement bus, keep a hand on your wallet. Pickpockets are artists here, especially in tourist hubs and on the metro. You learn to be constantly vigilant. Add in the infamous weather, months of gray, drizzly skies that sap your will to live, and you start to seriously wonder if that sparkling Eiffel Tower is really worth all the trouble. Living in Paris is a constant test of your patience, your wallet, and your sanity. It's a city that seems determined to make you work for every single moment of joy. It demands resilience. It demands you learn its unwritten rules, navigate its impossible systems, and pay its absurd prices. After hearing all this, you're probably thinking, why would anyone on Earth choose to live there? And honestly, that's a very good question. But it's also not the whole story. We dragged Paris through the mud, pointing out every crock in its beautiful facade. But now, let's pick up a fresh baguette, dust ourselves off, and talk about why living in the city of light is, well, brilliant. Forget the tourist fantasy for a second. I want you to feel what it's like to actually live here. It's Tuesday morning. You wake up not to the sound of car horns, but to the hum of the city. You need to get across town for a meeting. Do you sit in soul-crushing traffic? No. You walk 5 minutes to the nearest metro station. For about $2, an underground chariot whisks you away. The Paris Metro isn't just transport, it's the city's circulatory system. With 244 stations packed into the city proper, you are almost never more than a short stroll from where you need to be. This efficiency isn't just convenient, it buys you time. And in Paris, time is the ultimate currency. And what do you do with that extra time? You live. Parisians work on average just under 31 hours a week. That's nearly 18% less than the global average. This isn't laziness, it's a cultural priority. The time you save on commuting, the hours you're not chained to a desk, that's your time for a long lunch, a walk in the park, or an impromptu visit to a museum. Speaking of parks, let's debunk the concrete jungle myth. Paris has 421 municipal parks. That's over 7,400 acres of green space. These aren't just patches of grass, they are meticulously designed escapes. You can have your lunch break in the historic Luxembourg Gardens or get lost on the winding, hilly paths of Parc des Buttes-Chaumont, a former quarry transformed into a romantic landscape with a waterfall and a temple perched on a cliff. These aren't just places you visit on a weekend, they are extensions of your living room. Now, let's talk about the big stuff, your health. Life happens. You get sick, you need a doctor. In many major cities, that's a moment of financial panic. In Paris, it's a manageable problem. France's healthcare system is consistently ranked among the world's best. A doctor's consultation, a hospital stay, prescriptions, it's a system designed to catch you, not bankrupt you. This creates a baseline of security that frees up your mental and financial energy to pursue your professional ambitions or personal passions. And professionally, Paris is a global powerhouse. It's a thriving hub for tech, fashion, and finance, attracting talent from all over the world. But it's the cultural fabric that truly elevates daily life. You're living inside a museum that also happens to have great Wi-Fi. Many national museums are free on the first Sunday of the month. You can pop into the Petit Palais on your lunch break to see masterpieces from antiquity for free any day of the week. This isn't a special occasion, it's just Tuesday. Culture isn't locked away, it's woven into the streets, the architecture, the food, and the 180 different nationalities that call this city home. You can eat authentic Vietnamese pho in Belleville for dinner one night and wander through a bustling North African market the next morning. So yes, Paris can be challenging, but the trade-off is a life steeped in beauty, culture, and an unparalleled sense of well-being. It's a city that invests in its residents through transport, green space, healthcare, and art. It gives you back time, security, and inspiration. It doesn't just offer you a place to live, it offers you a richer way to be alive. If you've enjoyed this journey through Parisian life, don't just sit there like a gargoyle on Notre Dame. Hit that subscribe button and join us for more adventures.